The other one I wanted to ask you was about Mr. D, the rapper. Were you like managing him for a minute, or what was it? Were you just like...
You mean like mentoring him?
Yeah, mentoring him. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I saw him on Hood Stocks, and he didn't really say it was a fallout, but he kind of did. So, I think a lot of people heard it from his side. So what really happened with you and Mr. D?
Okay.
And what did you think about his talent, first of all?
Well, first of all, I think the guy is incredibly talented.
Right.
I do. I'm trying to figure out where to start with this, because people told me, they couldn't wait to ask him that question. It was 10 minutes into the interview, and right away they said, what happened with you and Tony? Well, nobody knew anything.
Right.
I don't want to use the word mentoring, but I will say this, that we would talk every day, and sometimes even for hours. And what we always talked about was hip hop. He loved hip hop. He's an old soul.
Nice.
And one thing about him, he's a student of rap.
Right.
I mean, he would mention rappers that I'm thinking, wait a minute, bro, that's
really?
my era.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes, like Rakim, KRS-One, Run DMC, and Schoolie D and Big Pun, and I'm like, he's not mentioning like what's
Gucci Man or fucking like guys like that, like YG and all that. He's
right.
Old school.
Even
guys.
to the point where like I want to learn how to pop, because I want to pop when I'm up on stage. So these are
he does that too.
Yeah. So these are the kind of conversations that we had. Now, one thing that I want to make clear, and I don't want to take too long, I came out of retirement to produce him.
Okay.
Him and his manager knew that I wasn't producing anymore, and I didn't have any equipment.
Right.
I'm an old school guy. I don't do beats on laptops.
Right.
So the drum machine, when I came out of retirement to produce him, I was borrowing at the time, and they knew it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So here's what I said: I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you guys 2 free beats. That's what I said. 2 free beats.
Right.
So the first single that came out was 2 songs that I did for free.
Right.
If you guys like them, this is what I'm charging for the album. And they said, okay.
That's
long story short.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Before I start working, I want at least half of it up front.
Right.
Before I start working. When I'm done, I want the other half.
Right.
Okay. I was already pretty much 4 songs into it. I had already directed the video and premiered it here. And respectfully, I'm going to say this because I don't have no problem with them.
Right.
I haven't received 1 penny yet. Mm-hmm. I hadn't received anything. And then when I started getting paid in payments. But that's not, even though I accepted it, but that's not how I wanted it. If I wanted this much, I wanted this much all up front before I even start boom, boom, cat, cat on my drum machine.
Right.
So what I started doing, I started going to different producers that are my friends that I can use their equipment. Can I use your equipment? Yeah, for what? I need to produce some music.
Right.
Until my new drum machine, which I will show you, it's in the next room. Until I get my new drum machine. It literally took me 6 months from the day that I ordered my drum machine to receive it. So what I was doing, I was going to Santa Maria, working with my boy DJ Dominator. And I need to do this beat. Mm-hmm. So I know they said something like, well, he was going to different producers to...
Right.
You guys knew that I didn't have equipment. I came out of retirement to do this.
Right.
And... the last time I saw them, I want to say it was about a week before Thanksgiving or 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, somewhere around there. And it was all loves and hugs, bro. They sat right here on the couch. We shook hands. All right, bro, see you later on. Me and D are going to work side by side. I'm going to start building tracks. Things are going to move a little bit faster because I didn't have equipment. I never saw them again.
No phone call or nothing?
No phone call. And I never even getting finished paid half of my money that I wanted up front. So when my apologies. So when somebody said, he mentioned that there was a fallout, bro, last time I saw you, I hugged you. And you know what my words were? Your success will be my pay.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All I was getting was money from producing the album, 12 songs. And Gil, I'm going to say this. I told him I'll give you 18 songs. You guys pick the best 12, put them on the album. The rest songs you can keep, release them as singles.
Right.
I just want what I want. I wasn't getting no royalties. I wasn't getting no money from the shows. I wasn't getting no money from anywhere else.
Yeah.
That was it. Just pay me. I produced the record, promote it here. Ya estuvo. So when I heard Fallout, that was what hurt me because we would talk every day. My son is his age. So I started liking him so much, to be honest with you, Gil, that even my younger son started having a problem with it. My son would come home and like, you know what? Why don't you go with Mr. D? Why don't you go with this?
He was jealous.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know, and I feel bad even saying because I don't even know if my son's listening.
Right.
But I started to really love this kid.
Yeah, you saw the talent, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna help him out, right?
And and I still feel that way, but the way things just went, I was like, I just never heard from you, never saw you again, never anything.
Still talking about Mr. D, but off a different.
Mega Man, I'm sorry. Can you give me a beer, please? A Pacifico.
So, talking about Mr. D, but off a different type of topic on it. Do you believe that the gangster culture of his hinders his thing? Because he can rap behind a Tupac beat all day long, but there's a lot of guys who can sound
a Pacifico, bro.
There's a lot of guys who can sound banging behind a Tupac beat, right? Can he handle his own on a different kind of beat and kind of change it, or is he just stuck on that kind of beat? Because you heard him,
right?
And you know what I'm trying to say, right? Because a lot of times people you could bang behind a Zap beat and everybody's like, oh yeah, this shit's banging because you're banging that beat.
I want to say absolutely. I don't think there's any, my opinion, okay? I don't think there's any Chicano rapper out there that can fade Mr. D.
That's right.
Okay, that's how much I believed him. I thought he was such a rare talent, but I didn't think that he was fully, he had fully arrived just yet. I was trying to cultivate that gift and bring it out of him.
Groom him into that.
Groom him into it. Okay, thank you, bro. So what happened was this. That's why I was giving them 18 songs.
Right.
Because I wanted to try different beats. I took time to figure out where his voice was. From an 88 BPMs, which is tempo, to a 94, I go, that's where you sound the best.
Okay.
Anything after that, you start sounding like a high-pitched voice.
Right, yeah.
So I want to keep it right there. So I wanted to do so many different tracks, so many different beats. My thing is this: when I work with an artist, can I hear it at the club? Can I hear it on the radio? Can I see people rocking to it? Can I see people bumping it?
They'll do it.
Not just, this is for the hood.
If it hits the club, it's going to hit everything else.
I was trying to keep them away from that Tupac stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Because everybody was saying, you're trying to, you're trying to sound. So I'm like, no, you're you. You're unique. You're different. And we're going to bring that out. And as soon as we stop working, here comes a Tupac instrumental, and he raps to it. And to be honest with you, I don't think, I barely listened to it maybe 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And if I were to critique it, I would say his rapping is on point. I would have did the chorus differently. But that's just me. But look, bro, I wish him the best. I wish his manager Jeff the best.
That's right.
I wish that we could have continued, but I just don't recall a fallout.
Yeah, I hear you. So, Tony, are you gonna ever do?
Go ahead.
Are you ever gonna start, or have you started the Chicano documentary? Or
yes.
Is it, what's going on with that? I know a lot of people want to know about that.
Well, I'll tell you what.
To me, it's almost impossible because you can't get all these guys in the same room. You can't get these guys to interview. How are you? Straight up. It's like you're trying to do the impossible with that, Tony. What you're trying to do the Chicano documentary is harder than me trying to fucking get the unity with the raza, boy.
Well, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. But my thing is this. I know that there's a lot of people that steal fucking ideas. And I'm going to be real with you. Raza steals a lot of fucking ideas, bro. They just do. Okay? You can start doing something, somebody will do it the next fuck. Because a lot of people fail to be creative. They're more followers than they are leaders. Okay, I go against the grain. Fucking nobody's doing it. Let me try. A ver si pega.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I do. Okay. The reason why I will not disclose my idea for this one, which I will share with you off camera, and then I'll tell you what.
Make sure to write it down.
Yes. And then when I go do your podcast, I'll bring something that we can play for the people.
Oh, beautiful. That's what's up. Okay. That's what's up.
So I don't tell people everything that I'm doing. But keep in mind, for almost a whole fucking year, if not longer, the whole fucking world was closed.
Yes. That's what I see.
Okay. So, look, but let me say this. Before those two individuals, one of them, rest in peace, went live and started telling people that I was ripping them off, nobody was questioning anything. Our own people put those thoughts in our people's minds, so people started attacking me.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know, where is it? Where is it? I never give you a date, bro. Is it going to get done? Absolutely. You know, I've never logged off of social media. I never turned off my YouTube, never deactivated my Facebook. I still live in the same neighborhood. Yeah. I've been here over 20-something years as far as this house. So I'm here live every week.
Right.
You know, so all I'm saying, be a little patient. And then once again, I'll fill you in a little bit more when I go over there, and I'll give something to play. But I'll share my idea, and it's a whole lot fucking bigger than what you guys think. Let me just give you guys a snippet. You cannot fit, if Chicano rap started in 1990 when La Raza came out, because most people would date it back then.
Yeah.
Okay, you have 32 years. I'm not going to fit fucking 32 years, homie, in an hour.
That's right.
Yeah.
So think outside the box, please, for one moment.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We'll make a little docuseries.
thank you. Okay? So.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, by the way. Tony.
Yeah. Don't forget Gil. And good luck, man. Good luck with that project.
Okay, let me just, some of these are.
Yeah, go ahead. Those are the questions I had for you, Tony.